In 3, 2, 1. Guys, happy Saturday. How you guys living? How you living? Everybody good? Everybody happy? Hey, few things. One, I don't know if you guys knew this, but there was like an election going on this week. And as of right now, I don't know if we will know who has won the election by Monday when the episode comes out. But as of right now, we're still undecided. It's Saturday morning, so with that, obviously we've switched our, we kind of switched the way we do things around here at the CineBoiz Podcast. But the truth is, we just don't have a lot of headlines this week. Everything was dominated by the election. I do have one headline, which we'll get to in a little bit, but we thought today would be really important. We feel very lucky to have this platform where we can reach millions of people every week. And so with that, I think it's important that we share our personal political beliefs for everyone to know. I think it's important that, just people are informed about how we feel. And, we'll kind of just go one by one. But, first one, I just want to say, I believe that every restaurant should switch out to primarily takeout restaurants now that this pandemic has happened. And I'll give you an example. Chewy's Tex-Mex. You guys probably aren't that familiar with it. Great little chain.
I have one about 5 minutes from my house, so shut your mouth.
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that. Shut your mouth. I didn't realize they had them in Kentucky. Anyways, great little chain restaurant. But they have the perfect setup right now where you literally order online. You show up, you park in one of their spots, you text your name and the parking spot you're in, and they just bring you your order. And maybe it's just because I'm getting older, but I really don't care for going to restaurants anymore and just sitting in a restaurant. I really like getting my food to go and then being in the comfort of my home and eating. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I believe that I think that would be good for our country, our nation, and for the world if all restaurants were primarily takeout. Maybe have a bar so people can go hang out at the bar for those weird people who like hanging out in restaurants, and you can order food there. But that's just what I believe.
It's pretty brave of you to come out pro carry out. I'm thank you for saying that, Kenny.
And pro cutting out a lot of the service industry. That's very big.
Well, here's the thing.
Look at Tom's glorious sunshine right now.
He's Edward again.
It's this.
Yeah.
Look,
he's radiating like Edward.
I don't think my platform has to be anti-service industry. I think that there's a way to
That's what the haters are saying.
To where, people who work in the service industry, waiters, waitresses, we can find a way to make this work for them too.
Here's the thing. You cannot tell me that the quality of food you get for takeout is the same quality you get when you sit in the restaurant. It's just not accurate in any situation.
You're probably not wrong, but I feel like the sacrifice in quality is worth my comfort.
Well, I'm comfortable sitting in places. A lot of places have this nice ambiance or decor. In fact, some might say, I don't know which I like more, the ambiance or the decor.
I'm a huge fan of just sitting at the bar and eating. I think it's great. I love doing that.
Well, with my platform, you can still do that. I think that the bars are I think that's where the socializing needs to happen.
You're telling me you walk into an Applebee's and say, I don't want to stay here because the ambiance and the decor at my house is better than this?
All I'm saying is that I would rather just be at home with my food.
I get it. Actually, fair. I'm not as against it as I'm making it sound, but I do like the option of going in and not sitting at a bar and sitting at a table in a place, because some places do have a nice vibe that I'm feeling. But sometimes I'm just I'd rather be home right now eating this. Yeah. But I feel every time I get takeout food, it is worse than if I were to get it when I sit down at the restaurant.
Right.
I won't. And what are your thoughts on outdoor dining?
I'm for outdoor dining. It's more brave. That I really don't care for indoor dining spaces. I think that I think restaurants should switch to have a bar where you can socialize inside if you want, have some outdoor dining space, but also make takeout your primary form of business.
You Texans can do that outdoor dining stuff all year round.
All year round, baby. Right now it's like 76 out. That's why I'm wearing.
It's actually like 70 degrees in Missouri too. It's pretty awesome.
Well, it's nicer here. Less humidity.
I don't know. Yeah,
it's nicer.
The humidity is normally around it. Correct.
It is weird. I've been outside a bit this week, and it does feel like spring and not fall. Like it has a very springy vibes down here, which is I love. I'm all for it. But hey, I know that's not for everybody. Look, I'm done sharing my beliefs. Kevin, like what are one of your beliefs? What are
Should I just rattle them off?
Just give us one. Give us one, man.
My number one belief is that if trucks need to have their own damn highway, get off my highway. They need their own highway. If I was president, I'd build the trucks their own interstate system so they don't have to bug me on my highway. They're the worst, and I hate them. And I know that I order stuff off Amazon, but just learn how to drive.
What about if they just have their own like lane on the highway?
Nope. I don't want to see them.
Can't trust them.
You can't trust them. I almost got destroyed by a semi a couple of days ago just because he was like, I'm going to switch lanes. And I was just hanging out there in my little go-kart, and he almost crushed me.
Yeah, you're going 70 in the fast lane. No, 80 in the fast lane. And this truck in the right lane needs to pass the truck in front of them that's going 50. But to pass them, I'm only going to go 60. So you have to slow down your extra 20 miles per hour so I can get in front of that truck. And it just slows you down. I'm with Kevin. This is
the worst thing.
Political takes.
The worst thing is when a truck decides to pass another truck going up a hill, and then they're both stuck going 20 below the speed limit, and you're just like, you just caused a traffic jam. I'm going to get to my house at 7:55 instead of 7:52. What is this nonsense? You know, that's just one.
What about some sort of express lane that is, its own?
I'll say it once. I'll say it a million times. I don't want to share the same road as them.
But here's the thing with the express lane, it's actually divided to where you can't cross the line. So there's some sort of barrier, some sort of like.
I'm all for barriers.
Okay.
Barriers good. Yes. Barriers good.
Barriers are
no
good.
Barriers bad.
Yeah. That's fair.
I've been passionate about that for many years.
That's fair.
To be passionate about it for many years.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mob, what do you believe?
One of my political beliefs is that there should be no talking when you're getting your hair cut.
Oh my God! Yes. Thank you. Standing ovation.
If I were president, talking during haircuts would be outlawed. I don't need to hear about how you like to go to Two Keys and do the fishbowl race and whatever. Like, you think we're the same, but we're not. I'm going to go home and I'm going to play video games at 9 p.m., not go to a bar. So I don't need to hear about your escapades. Let's just sit here in silence. We can be comfortable. We can be comfortable in silence. And let's not talk.
Let's learn to be comfortable in silence.
That's fair.
So when your wife cuts your hair, do you let her talk to you?
We don't really talk.
Yes.
We talk most times, but while the hair is being cut,
like in general,
we don't really talk. Yeah,
you guys just don't talk in general. That's not good. That's not good.
In fact, I kid you not, she cut my hair this morning, and we didn't talk that much during it.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm all for the courteous hello, how are you doing? But once we get past that and you start putting scissors to hair, zip it.
Fair.
Couldn't agree more.
Fair. That's a good one.
Sorry, I have a small interjection.
Okay.
About hair.
Okay.
If I had one stupid superpower, it would be controlling hair growth. That way, I could have my hair short, I could have my hair long, I could freeze it when it's at a good length. I wouldn't have to worry about haircuts. I could just control my own hair. Think of all the time and angst you would save not going to a barbershop having stupid, meaningless conversation. If you could just say, you know what? I like my way the hair it is right now. I like my way. Damn it. I'm not even going to finish the sentence. You know what I'm saying? There's my number one stupid human. Damn it. Having a stroke.
Land the plane.
At home, I'm having a stroke.
This is what happens. This is what happens
when I get fired up. What happens when I get fired up and I have 3 cups of coffee?
All right.
I lose all ability to speak.
That's fine. Well, Tom, what do you believe, my man? Like, what do you believe in? What are your beliefs?
I may have taken this assignment a little too far based on the ideas we've already had, but this one actually might not be too bad. I think we should just make Facebook illegal. I think it's
Yes.
Amen.
I think,
go.
You know, you think you're going to change someone's mind by commenting on their post. You're not, you dummy. Like, just don't. You're just going to make things worse. You're not changing anybody's mind. Just stop. And let's just pull it from the interwebs and make it illegal. Let's send Mark Zuckerberg to jail. I don't know.
I'm with you.
Maybe that's extreme. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've made that mistake. I've made that mistake of thinking that like I can change the world on Facebook, and
you can't.
You can't.
You just make the world worse.
Yeah. And we could go all day about Facebook and how it is actually set up and how, you know, it is basically designed to feed you bullshit based on like what you believe. So I'm with you. Let's criminalize Facebook. Let's decriminalize all drugs and just criminalize Facebook.
Criminalize Facebook.
Yeah. Let's do like Oregon is now, they've decriminalized all drugs.
Yeah.
Not made them legal.
Right.
Made them legal.
Decriminalized.
Understandable.
Criminalized.
Right.
You still have to pay fines and stuff if you get caught with meth, but you're not going to jail. So.
I don't want anyone out there hearing that and being like, oh, let's go to Oregon and do a bunch of drugs. It's still illegal. You're just not going to go to jail.
We're anti-hard drug podcast, I'd say. Mostly because none of us do any drugs.
I'm not going to condone black tar heroin or anything like that.
We are an anti-hard drug podcast, and Birdman is the hard drug of the movie industry. So,
well put.
I'd shoot that drug into my veins then. Hardline me some Birdman right now. All right. Well, that's cool. Well, here's my other personal belief, my political belief. And this actually has to do with movies, kind of.
Ooh.
I think it should be illegal for anyone under the age of 18 to go to a movie theater after 6 p.m.
Ooh, I like it a lot.
I think that after 6 p.m., you have to be at least 18 years old to go to a movie theater. And here's the thing. I don't want to...
we're so old and curmudgeon-y. I love it.
Right. I don't... none of us have kids. So, I also want to be very clear that, I'm not anti, taking your kids to the theater. I think there is... But I think there should be a space for that to where I don't have to deal with your kids when I go to the movie theater.
Like the free 10:30 a.m. on a Saturday movie. Yeah.
Right. Or just, during the day, it's cheaper. You can take your whole family. And that's the other thing, too. I think it benefits families because this way it is cheaper for you to take your family to a theater during the day than it would be to take them after 6 p.m. So
you're saying if you're 17, you can't go to a movie after 6 p.m.?
Nope. You got to wait till you're 18.
I would maybe
lower the age, but
no, or at least lower, 7 p.m. or something because.
Wait, hold on. I got an idea. You have to have a driver's license to enter a movie theater.
After. Right. You got to show your license. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You have to have a valid.
It's kind of like the curfew at the mall back in the day. Do you remember that? Bob?
I do.
They put the curfew on the Galleria. 6 p.m. I think was the day.
Yeah.
Or was the time. And if you didn't have a driver's license, you couldn't be by yourself in the mall.
Oh no, malls definitely had curfews for little mall rats like me who would just be like,
"It was a big deal.
Let's go to the mall. What are you gonna do? I don't know. Let's go to the mall."
Yeah. I want to provide a safe place for kids to hang out. I just don't want it to be a movie theater after 6 p.m.
I want to go see my Pixar movie in prime time and not have to deal with the kid behind me kicking the seat. Is that what you're saying?
Or I want to go see a Pixar movie and in prime time walk in and not be given just this look of horror because I am a male by myself in a movie theater full of children.
Yes.
Sometimes you just want to go see the Hunger Games on opening night and you don't want to be
and you forgot to shave your mustache that
predators.
Yeah.
Kevin, we were the gay couple in that theater. That's what
fine.
everyone
It
thought
happens.
we were.
It happens,
Yeah.
to the best of us.
Love is love, Kev, what else do you got, man? What are your other, what's one of your other beliefs?
Which direction should I go, Mob? Should I go more driving or a different direction?
Man, you could go really anywhere. I'm just afraid for all the old people who are about to get attacked.
Okay. Oh, okay. We'll go old people. So this is like the opposite of Kenny's almost. I'm focusing on people over the age of 70. If you're over the age of 70, you need to have a yearly driver's test, and you have to pass it every year, because the amount of people that are a danger on the road. I almost got T-boned by a little old lady the other week. She couldn't even see over the steering wheel. She was probably 90. You need to take a driver's test, lady. Two. If you drive under the speed limit in the fast lane, I don't know what the penalties should be, but I don't know. There needs to be some sort of penalty, because nothing gets me more than that. Tom saw it a couple weeks ago.
It was wild.
Let's brainstorm a punishment. Do I get to give you a little love tap on the bumper? Do I get to mount a speaker on the hood of my car like cops and start yelling at you on the highway?
I think vigilante justice is probably not the way to go.
I don't know.
I think let's look
yeah.
I feel like you're
Try
limiting
saying that to Bruce
creativity.
Wayne.
Well,
Yeah.
Bruce
And I
Wayne.
have one more small one that Mob's going to like a lot.
Well, just go ahead.
For all the
share it.
sports fans out there, specifically the St. Louis Rams fans in the mid-2000s, you'll remember a guy named Steven Jackson. Big, hulking fellow. Looks like he should be able to run over anybody in the universe. He gets the ball. He's dancing around there like a little 5'9", 190-pound scat back. Instead of just running people over, he's like, I'm going to dance around. And then he gets hit, and he goes down on the first tackler. Blew my mind for a decade. I say, put me in the ring with that guy. Give me like a sword. I'll take him down. Easy.
So
Cage
you're
match.
saying that with him by himself and you with a weapon.
Yeah. I mean, he's bigger than me. Mob, you should explain this because
this started out with Kevin saying I could take Steven Jackson one-on-one in a cage match. And I was like, you're telling me you could take the guy who is literally 4% body fat in a cage match? And he goes, well, yeah.
he's
give me
the weakest strong man I've ever seen in my life. I don't understand it. Never made sense.
Maybe just like a nice bow staff, not a sword. Maybe you don't want to like slice and dice.
A guy who, if he had not played on a team that was statistically the worst football team for 10 straight years, would have been a Hall of Famer, Kevin thinks could take in a cage match. But you just have to give him a sword.
So basically,
I'm not saying that it would be I'm not saying that it wouldn't be hard, okay? It'd be tough. I might have some broken limbs and some gnarled something.
well,
But I'm pretty confident in my abilities.
to piggyback that,
frame.
to piggyback that, man, put me in the ring with Tito Ortiz and give me a gun, and I think I can win.
Okay, maybe I should revise to say a long knife. Okay,
A dagger.
Or a lead pipe. Give him a lead pipe.
well, a lead pipe would actually be maybe more fair.
Not something that would, like, cut the skin.
Yeah, lead pipe. Okay, put me in a ring with Steven Jackson and a lead pipe, and I'll beat the shit out of him.
Still taking Steven Jackson.
Here.
Anyway, Steven Jackson, just run north and south, you big buffoon. Come on. I've been squatting on that take for about 15 years.
I'm glad you finally got it out of your system, man.
I just needed my platform.
Yeah. Mob, what else do you believe, my man?
This one's like actually kind of political, so sorry. But
Oh boy.
yeah, I don't understand why we as a nation do not have Election Day as a national holiday. Make that thing a national holiday. Like you complain about voter turnout and then you're like, but go to work. Make it a national holiday. So that's my platform is no speaking during haircuts. And when you elect me for president, you'll have that day off.
I love it. Can we make the day after the Super Bowl a national holiday too?
That too.
I think it's important to point out that legally you are on election day, your employer is required to give you a certain amount of paid time if you're a full-time employee to
but they don't always do the best with that.
The other thing to keep in mind too is that now, you do not have to vote. And in most places, I believe Missouri is an exception to this, but you do not have to vote same day. You can vote early or mail in. Which apparently, when you vote early or you vote mail-in, that's actually. Did you know this? That's an illegal ballot. I learned that this week.
I heard
that's something
that.
I learned.
Kenny, let's not think about what logically is happening right now. I still think Election Day should be a national holiday. That way, I can vote early, and then I have that Tuesday off.
Right. That makes sense.
Watch those results roll in, baby.
And it's only once every 4 years.
Yeah, but Kevin's right. The day after the Super Bowl needs to be national holiday.
No one works well that day. You're hungover off chicken wings and ranch. And if your team was in it, pizza rolls, who knows what. And if your team was in it, you're either partying still or you're just too sad to do anything.
Yeah, that was about 4 days straight of me just loving life.
For the listeners at home, Kenny flew into Missouri to watch the Super Bowl with us Chiefs fans. And around midway through the third quarter, Chiefs were down about 20-10, I believe. And Ken just thinking out loud goes, I should have never come here. I shouldn't have spent the money on a plane ticket. Why did I come here? He was in his feels a little bit.
I never felt so bummed at a sporting event than during the third quarter of the Super Bowl this year. And
it was a grim place to be. That basement.
I was on my phone, trying to find a flight that I could hop on, either that night or the next morning, because I just didn't if we had lost, the last place in the world I want to be is in snowy Columbia, Missouri. No offense, it's my hometown. I love it. Same time, if I'm really bummed out and really depressed and just chilling in my friend's basement with nowhere to go because it snowed, no, I'm not living that life. Luckily, that didn't happen, and I got to go to a Super Bowl parade 3 days later. So,
rock on.
Also, while Kevin got the floor to spit his hottest take, this isn't a political belief, but this is my hottest take, and it actually has to do with movies. So we've all seen The Revenant, right?
Oh, yeah, I want to hear about this. Yeah.
Phenomenal movie. It's the only one he should have won an Oscar for. No, that's not it. I don't think I can take a bear. I'm not you, Kevin.
I could take a bear, probably.
Here's my hot take. Leonardo did a phenomenal job as the main character. He deserved the Oscar. What I believe is you give me a pack of cigarettes, make me run a mile, I can do what he did in that movie and win the Oscar.
Wow.
Whoa.
Just a lot of heavy breathing. Just a lot of heavy breathing.
People, it was not his best acting role. And it was a makeup, I feel like.
Just a lot of heavy breathing. I'm telling you. Give me
you think it was his best acting role, Kenny?
I'll say it's up there. I don't know if I can put a definitive yes, this is the best Leonardo DiCaprio acting role ever. I think that when I think about that movie, I feel like he went to a whole other level, which
he did.
Which all you needed to do was smoke a pack of cigarettes, run a mile, and then you're there.
Has anybody seen it twice?
Yes.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot.
I love that movie. That movie got me into a vibe where literally I think I saw it, and then a couple days later it snowed, and I just went out and walked the Katy Trail because I was like, I need to get in my Revenant vibe.
You're just looking to pick a fight with a bear.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
And I had a pack of cigarettes, and I started smoking, and I started acting like.
No, you didn't. You with a pack of cigarettes just sounds like nothing that would
what
never.
What a farce! What a farce!
They were Virginia Slims, so it wasn't like real cigarettes.
Right.
Yeah.
My hot take from that movie is that Tom Hardy's actually the best actor in that movie. Oh. Kenny rolled his eyes.
I don't think that's not true. I just think the bear's the best actor in the movie.
Right.
Well,
agreed.
Okay.
Or the horse.
Fair.
Yeah. Tom, we've just been stealing all your time, man. What else do you believe?
Cool.
Tom, get passionate. Get mad.
Get
angry.
I say let's do away with the 24-hour news cycle.
Okay.
I'm for it. We just gonna have the American flag come on at like 11 p.m. and TV turn off.
My thing, I've been watching it a lot this week, and it's just like, how many times can you say the exact same thing just in a different way? And it's like, I'm not learning anything new. So let's just not do any reporting and then come back when there's actually something to share.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Well,
and also, who's really watching it 2 or 3 in the morning?
You just
ratings can't be
surprised.
I don't know. I think that's a good thing. I mean, that's how the news used to be. You get like an hour every day, and that was it. And then you got to wait till tomorrow.
Or you can read.
Yeah. It's the internet, man. It ruined everything. Now we have access to everything anytime we want it. And we're unhappy. We're at least actually, I like the internet a lot. And whenever people say like we're the least happiest we've ever been, I'm like, no, I'm pretty stoked I live right now.
I've got a lot of things that make me happy.
Yeah, I can watch YouTube videos of the most random shit anytime I want. Like, I don't want to go back in time. I don't want to live in the 60s. Imagine it being this terrible, but not having internet in the 60s. No, thank you.
Would you rather have the internet or air conditioning?
Oh, shit.
Because that's one I go back and forth on a lot. I think I would choose air conditioning because sleeping in the summertime when it's humid and hot. Ugh.
Yeah, but
I think you're right.
If I don't have the internet, I don't have a reason to stay inside during the day.
But what you could read? Like I think that if we did not have internet, I think I'd be more of a reader these days.
Everybody.
Yeah, but do you want to be more of a reader?
Not really, because I have the internet.
Right.
And I have my Xbox.
The great thing about air conditioning and the internet is they go so well together.
Yeah, that's why it's a great question.
It's like peanut butter and chocolate. They go so well together.
I'm just gonna throw out another belief. I wasn't planning on this one, but whenever people say readers or leaders, I resent that.
People say that? Who says that?
I can name 2 or 3 people, but I'm not going to. I have one person in my mind in particular, and I feel resentful. So,
do we know this person?
Yeah, y'all know.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Text us later. I want to know.
I'll just tell you when we're done recording. But
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I know.
No, I'm shutting it all down when we're done.
I've heard him say it, and I'm like, you know what, man? I don't think that's true. I don't read. I feel like a leader sometimes. Anyways,
I do have a movie-related political belief.
Mm-hmm.
It's just real quick, real short. I think I've said this before, but I'll say it again. La La Land, overrated.
I feel like you don't actually believe that. I feel like you just wanted to say that to make me angry. And I don't think that's cool, man.
Actually, no, I do believe it. I even put in the effort to watch it twice just to make sure that I still felt that way. And I do.
I believe it.
I think Austin has the right to fire you, even though like technically Austin isn't our boss. But he also likes La La Land, and I don't think he's going to be really happy with it.
That's fine. I'll take my one-man show on the road.
Does anybody watch the
Jonah Ryan?
Does anybody watch that Netflix chess show yet?
Yeah, it's good.
Isn't it a movie?
It's like a 7. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I thought it was just like a Netflix movie.
So I didn't watch all of it, but Kate was watching it, and I would sit down, and it had me intrigued.
Okay. I'll check it out.
What is this?
I feel like I'd be more likely to watch it if it was
The
just
Queen's Gambit.
Oh,
Queen's Gambit.
Scrolled past it, but I have not seen it.
It's pretty good.
People are raving about
it. Well, hey, guys, I mean, that's pretty much it for our beliefs. Thank you for listening.
We have no other beliefs.
Guys, it's time to just get into some news headlines. And like I said, we only have like one headline this week. Everything was dominated by the election, which I guess
I saw a second one too.
But, bottom line, the big headline that came out this week is that Johnny Depp was forced to resign from the Fantastic Beasts franchise by Warner Brothers. Don't really care personally. I haven't seen those
Garbage
movies.
franchise, honestly.
I don't. Yeah.
I liked the first one. The second one was, it's just
I did see the second one, but did not see the first one, and boy, was that a mistake.
yes.
Yeah, the first one was
way
fine.
lost.
And
First one was fun and enjoyable. The second one was like, how can we ruin Harry Potter?
Yeah.
that's pretty much what they did.
So,
And it's going to be even worse when they make the third one.
I'd like to give one of the head creators at the Apple Show credit. Billy Rock tweeted back at the CineBoiz post on that and said, "Bring Colin Farrell back," and I agree.
Yes, thank you.
Did Colin Farrell
Right.
play that character?
He played him in the first movie, and then he morphed into Johnny Depp, who was actually so he
was like disguised as Colin Farrell,
right,
and then
morphed into Johnny Depp, who was Grindelwald.
Okay. Well, okay. I don't know enough about the series to make judgments, but that seems like a not great move. I mean, Johnny Depp. I just don't think he's what he used to be.
Well, and I remember when he was announced as that, people were like,
what?
Should they do that?
Because he was already in some hot water when that was announced a few years ago, and now it's just even worse.
Yeah, Johnny Depp used to be the guy that anytime he got announced he was going to be in a movie, like everyone's like,
Big deal.
Going to see that, and now it's like
it's borderline Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would actually rather see a Nick Cage film over a Johnny Depp film at this point.
I think I would have more fun.
Yeah.
It's the fun meter way off the charts with Nick Cage.
I think Nick Cage understands where he is in his career, and I don't think Johnny Depp understands. No, I do. I think he knows,
man.
I think he knows what he is.
Yeah.
I think he's pretty delusional.
I'm with Mob on this one.
He's Andy Samberg as Nick Cage, and that's his career now, and he's cool with it.
I don't know. I just saw an interview like a month ago of him, and
where he's like, "I don't even act anymore."
Yes, that one.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He knows what he's doing.
I was gonna say, I feel like that's a sign that he kind of knows like what he is now. It's just
right.
like, well,
I've also seen
into it.
I've seen interviews with him where he talks about his roles, and I think he really is passionate about acting. But I also think he knows, like, I'm not going to be taken seriously like ever again, so I just need to like steer into the skid here.
Right.
And I think he does it well.
That's the thing too, is that like he is an Academy Award winning actor. He's made it. So it's just like, does he really need to try that hard anymore?
It's why he's the perfect Joe Exotic.
Yeah.
Right.
He would be such a good Joe Exotic.
He is gonna be Joe Exotic.
He's been casted as Joe Exotic. Did you not know this, Kevin?
I didn't. I missed it somehow. I'm not really a Tiger King guy. I don't really care. Like Tiger King, whatever.
That
seems like a lifetime ago.
This is such a weird year. But I mean, that's it for headlines. So let's get it. Tommy's mailbag and anniversaries. Tommy's mailbag. Won't you read that mail to me?
Ugh.
Little country twang.
I like it.
It's not country. I don't
It
know.
sounded more like whiny teenage girl.
Isn't that country music? Shots fired. Country music is garbage. What do you got, Tom?
All right. Our first question this week comes to us from Madge from Peoria. She says, "Hey, boys."
He?
I said she.
Ah, okay.
Maybe, yeah. She said, whoops. "Hey, boys, as we wait for the results of this presidential election with bated breath, what are some of your favorite political films or shows?"
Real quick, I'll say that Do You Like Apples has a really, really good newsletter on this one, or blog on this one, so I would read that. They have some good suggestions. Personally, I think one of my favorite political movies is All the President's Men. It is a slow-ass movie, so not super exciting, but at the same time extremely interesting. And it's really cool to see how that whole political scandal unfolded back in the 60s. So that's what I got to say.
Me and not a movie. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I don't typically enjoy politics in real life, so I'm not going to go into my like ways away from real life to watch things about politics most of the time. That being said, I guess my favorite would be the first 2 seasons of House of Cards, if we're allowed to still like that.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
But it was just like, what, the first 2, maybe 3 seasons. Then it got really bad.
It was just awful after that.
And then it got canceled because I didn't even finish the last season. So.
No, I don't even know what happened.
I did. I didn't understand it. It was just hard to follow.
Had to take some really drastic turns to make it make any sense. And
right.
Yeah.
I'm a big Aaron Sorkin boy, so I'm always West Wing, number one for me. I can still watch the West Wing. Maybe I will watch that later.
I've never watched it, but I feel like I should.
You should. It's great.
Excellent show. And it's not like depressing. Like it's just like
it's very idealistic and uplifting.
Optimism,
honestly.
Yeah. And then the West Wing special on HBO Max that came out a few weeks ago, that was fun to watch. Didn't you guys watch that?
I haven't seen it yet.
No.
So essentially all it was just like they brought back the original cast and they remade an episode on a stage. And it was fun to watch. It was really cool to see all of them like reprise those characters. And I recommend it.
One of the all-time good intro songs on a TV show too, in my opinion.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Is that all we got?
We've actually got one more question.
Whoa. What a loaded episode we got today.
This question comes to us from Laura from Columbia. She says, are there any other Thanksgiving movies besides planes, trains, and automobiles?
No.
Also, what are your thoughts on watching Christmas movies before Thanksgiving? Heads up, I'm strongly against. So I'm living in a household of oppression.
I'll say 2 things. First, the answer is no, there are no other Thanksgiving movies. 2, I think it's fine. I think this is the time of year where I kind of start like dipping my toe into the Christmas realm. Like I was talking to Catherine last night. I'm ready to go buy a tree.
Nice.
Alamo's starting to show Christmas movies. I'm like, hey, let's get into it. We were watching a show last night on Hulu, and we have the ad version right now. And they kept showing this. I think it was a Maker's Mark commercial of like these friends in New York like Christmasing up their apartment. I was like, yeah, I want to do that. Like, I want to get the lights, the tree, the TV fireplace. Sign me up. It's Christmas time. Damn it. Go.
Here's my weird like take about it all is I'm actually okay with Christmas movies now, but I don't want to hear your Christmas music until after Thanksgiving. Mainly because Christmas music actually kind of sucks.
I love it.
Ooh.
Wrong.
Give me some
new Christmas music. It's the same songs every year.
Perfect.
It's all about nostalgia.
Don't change
That's what I want.
Yeah.
Nah.
Why don't you go write a new song then, Mob?
You don't want that.
Actually, I really do.
No, you don't want that.
I want you to. Here's your
put up a big fuss about it.
I need you to write your Christmas song and bring it to us next week and sing it to us.
It's not going to happen. Because it's before Thanksgiving, and I don't listen to Christmas music before Thanksgiving. So,
I'm
old-fashioned. I don't want to hear it.
Would you be willing to have a song written by the first episode after Thanksgiving?
Maybe, but probably not.
Okay.
Cool. I'll say this. If I write a Christmas song, it won't be shared on this here podcast until the first episode after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right, but I'm saying if. I'm not making any promises.
Okay, fine.
But I'm also not like saying I won't do it.
Okay, gotcha.
Intrigue, teasing, come back for more.
Okay, fair.
That's how it's done.
Cool. Well, Tom, do you want to give us what's new? Give us some anniversaries, damn it.
You got it.
Okay.
Happy 5-year anniversary to Spectre, starring Danny Craig.
Spectre damn near killed her.
Is that the one with Christoph Waltz?
Yes.
Yeah, I never saw that one.
Really?
It's not bad. It's not good.
It's not Skyfall.
It's not Skyfall, but it's also not Quantum of Solace.
It's not.
Yeah, Quantum of Solace. Holy crap, that was a bad one. Whew.
Yeah. So it's very much like I would say it's Daniel Craig's most mediocre Bond outing.
So
Was Spectre the most recent one?
Yes.
So it goes Skyfall, Casino Royale, Spectre, Quantum of Solace.
Yes.
And then No Time to Die is going to fit somewhere in that sandwich.
Which
I'm hoping it's on
it
higher end.
It can't be Quantum of Solace.
Right.
I don't even think it can be better than. Well, yeah, it could be better than. Oh, you're saying worse than Quantum of Solace.
Right.
Yeah,
It can't be worse than that.
I'm
it could be.
I'm kind of bummed about
Quantum
the
of Solace
time
was just
frame.
so confusing.
Like No Time to Die, I'm bummed about the time frame. Like it was originally supposed to come out in the spring of this year, which I didn't like because I don't think you should have Bond movies come out in the spring. I think
It should always be in the fall.
Yeah. So then they moved it to fall, and I was like, awesome, that's great. And now they moved it to next spring. So come on, coronavirus.
Push back, man.
Come on, coronavirus. Don't let me down. Let's postpone No Time to Die another 6 months, and I'll be happy.
Can we talk about how big of a bubble burst there's going to be once coronavirus is over for movies?
It's going to be nonstop good movies coming out.
I just saw
It's gonna be
Wonder
tough.
Woman got pushed back to next spring or summer already. Everything's getting pushed back. The only thing, like, Netflix is killing it. Mank is going to come out in December, and all the good movies that Netflix can produce, they're just going to win everything.
This is going
It's
to
already
be
getting Best Picture buzz, but
yeah, this is going to be the year of indies. Like this will be the year where indie movies like there might be like they might throw in Tenet for Best Picture just because it's like why not?
I
It's
still
the
haven't
only
seen it.
movie that really came out this year in theaters, but it's really not that great. So I mean, I don't know. Cool. Well, yeah, what else, Tom?
Yeah. Happy 10-year anniversary to 127 Hours, starring Jimbo Franco.
Jimbo Franco. That movie grossed me out.
That movie is tough because
Crazy story.
Like obviously he cuts his arm off, but it's more like the idea of like being alone in the desert and unable to get home that really makes me like
Well, and the slow realization of like what you have to do if you want to survive.
right. Not good.
Yeah.
Not good.
The sound effects in that movie were too much for me.
Oof.
Just the sound of breaking his own arm and cutting it off.
Yeah.
I'm good, guys.
Cool. What else, Tom?
Yeah, our last one, and this one is I had never heard of this movie before, but it was the only thing that was really popping up. But happy 25-year anniversary to Fair Game, starring Billy Baldwin and Cindy Crawford. That's William Baldwin and Cindy Crawford. You guys want to know the synopsis for this movie?
Is that
Fair Game.
I would put money on that being an erotic thriller.
It might be. It kind of looked like it was. Here's the synopsis. It just sounds wonderful. Max Kirkpatrick is a cop who protects Kate McQueen, a civil law attorney from a renegade KGB team out to terminate her.
That sounds like a Stephen King.
That's it, yeah.
novel.
It just sounded wild.
So it's Cindy Crawford. I probably doesn't have a ton of acting roles, I would assume, right?
I don't think so.
And Billy Baldwin.
Billy Baldwin, the best of the Baldwin brothers, some would say.
I guess. I don't know. I've never heard of that movie, but I would bet
Called?
that seems like it's got erotic thriller written all over it.
It was called Fair Game.
Fair Game.
Not a lot happened this week in terms of movies 25 years ago. So
Well, that's okay.
We're coming up on Thanksgiving.
yeah.
It'll get
Yeah.
We got some big ones coming up. I'm excited.
Yeah. Well, hey guys, thanks for hanging out this morning. What a good time. This is a good morning, I'd say. I hope that you guys have a great rest of your weekend. And yeah, we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.